What an embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment. And I'm not just talking about the unmitigated disaster that happened on CBS yesterday morning. That disaster was just the symptom to the absolute embarrassment that is this so-called relationship between Bill Belichick and Jordon Hudson. A relationship that seems to be all about business. A relationship that I would assume is transactional. I don't care what Billy and Jordy say. I don't care how many times they pretend publicly that we are in love. I love you, Billy. Let's hold hands and sing and show the world how much we love each other. I love you. You love me. I will pawn your Super Bowl rings. I don't care how much they present to the public that they're in love. Matter of fact, constant public displays of love and happiness, that makes me doubt a relationship. Because you know what happily married couples are not doing? Happily married couples aren't trying to convince the world of their happiness because they don't give a shit what the world thinks. Happy couples don't have to try to be happy because they just are. I am not a psychiatrist. I'm not a doctor of love. I'm not qualified to analyze relationships, but there is just no way you can convince me that a 73-year-old man can have a healthy romantic relationship with a 24-year-old woman. Romantic relationships are built on friendship, and friendships are built on a foundation of two people who relate to each other. Think about it. The dudes you hang out with, the boys, the reason you hang out is because you have things in common. Me and my friends play golf together. We go to Saints games. When we meet for lunch, we talk about business, we talk about sports, or we just make fun of each other. The foundation of your friendships, it's similar to the foundation of your romantic relationships. Most relationships in your life are built on commonalities. They're built on relatability. How in the hell can a 73-year-old man relate to a 24-year-old woman? What do they talk about? You think Jordon Hudson is interested in hearing about the amazing effects of Metamucil? Honey, this stuff is great! It has my digestive system feeling like it's back in its prime. You think Bill Belichick is interested in whatever the hell 24-year-old women are interested in? I'm 40 years old. If I was single, I wouldn't date a 24-year-old woman. Why? Because there's not a damn thing a 24-year-old woman can do for me, besides the obvious. At 40, I have no idea what 24-year-old women are interested in. I'm a grown-up. I don't hang out with kids. Bill Belichick is 73 years old. He's old enough to be Jordon Hudson's grandfather, maybe even her great-grandfather. Outside of sex, what is he getting out of this relationship? And outside of money and status, what is she getting out of it? Make no mistake about it. Bill Belichick is the one in this relationship who has everything to lose. And when you're the man in a relationship with everything to lose, you also lose your leverage. And when you don't have leverage, the balance of power is shifted. Which leads to what happened yesterday morning on CBS, where Bill Belichick was completely emasculated on national television. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Let's get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at Fluffernoggin. Now, you're probably wondering, what the hell is a Fluffernoggin? Fluffernoggin is gourmet beef jerky made right here in America. You don't have to worry about consuming foreign cows that were raised by Mahmoud halfway across the world. These cows are homegrown. You know how most beef jerky is rigid and it feels like you're chewing into a flat tire? Fluffernoggin beef jerky is soft and tender, and it comes in a variety of flavors. They just released their newest flavor, savory garlic butter, which is my personal favorite. I'm sure that's not surprising. You guys know how much Uncle Casey likes his garlic. But if garlic isn't your thing, that's okay. That's okay. Fluffernoggin is inclusive. They have flavors for everyone. If you're looking for sweet heat, you can go with pineapple serrano or mango habanero. If you're looking to sweat your ass off without having to exercise, you can go with Carolina Reaper. And if you're more of a traditionalist, you can stick with the original flavor, which literally melts in your mouth. So elevate your snack game today by clicking the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL55. Get 5 bags of Fluffernoggin for $55 today. Yesterday morning, Bill Belichick made a rare media appearance on CBS Sunday Morning. The only reason I think Billy agreed to this interview is because he's promoting his new book, The Art of Winning: Lessons Learned from My Life in Football. All kidding aside, I'm sure the book is filled with valuable wisdom and insight that Bill Belichick should be following himself. Maybe if he followed some of his own advice, he would not be in a relationship with a woman young enough to be his granddaughter. CBS Sunday Morning. This is a very lighthearted show. This is not like being interviewed on 60 Minutes or Prime Howard Stern, where the interviewer is digging into your personal life or looking to ask you gotcha questions. I remember my good friend Georgie Bush, he used to hate those gotcha questions. Hey, W, what happened to those weapons of mass destruction? Damn it, those Weisenheimers got me again! An interview on CBS Sunday Morning. This should have been simple for Bill Belichick. He has got decades of experience dealing with the media. He knows how to handle an interview. He knows how to direct the conversation, which for this interview, the conversation should be about his legacy in the NFL and the book he's looking to promote. Obviously, CBS is going to ask about his relationship with the leader of the Kappa Delta sorority at North Carolina, but someone as experienced with the media as Bill Belichick, he should be able to deflect that question easily. Well, you know, we're not really in a relationship. She's just an intern. Unfortunately, Billy wasn't given the opportunity to deflect the question because his girlfriend, who has no media experience along with no self-awareness, she interrupted an interview that had absolutely nothing to do with her and proceeded to emasculate Bill Belichick on national television. Watch it for yourself.
His creative muse, as he writes in his book.
Make sure that that's the
Jordon was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordon right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.
We're not talking about what? We are talking about who? Who in the Rudy Poo are you? Well, my name is Jordon. It doesn't matter what your name is. For starters, it's being reported that Jordon Hudson repeatedly interrupted the interview. CBS decided not to broadcast most of her interruptions, I'm assuming out of respect for Bill Belichick, but according to several reports, Jordon Hudson was a constant nuisance throughout the interview. She kept inserting her opinion where it just didn't belong. She kept emasculating Bill Belichick, thinking that at 24 years old, she knew better than him. The thing is, if you're in this happy, blissful relationship, why are you so secretive about how you met? Supposedly, they just happened to randomly meet each other on a flight. But I wonder if Jordon Hudson might be an opportunist. I wonder if she intentionally dates older, wealthy dudes. Now, in fairness to Jordon Hudson, not all of her former boyfriends are old. Matter of fact, Bill Belichick would describe her ex-boyfriend Josh Zuckerman as a young whippersnapper. Josh was only 64 years old when he and Jordon were dating. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because this is not about Jordon Hudson. No one gives a shit about Jordon Hudson. This is about Bill Belichick. 2 years ago, when he was fired by the Patriots after 23 years and 6 Super Bowls, I thought Bill Belichick would easily land another job in the NFL. Were his last 2 seasons in New England a disappointment, with the last season being an absolute disaster? Sure. But a couple of bad seasons, that does not erase a legacy of winning. So why hasn't Bill Belichick been given another opportunity to coach in the NFL? What the hell's he doing wasting his time coaching at North Carolina? This would be the equivalent of Phil Jackson being rejected by the NBA and taking a job at Florida A&M or Wiener State. Bill Belichick is a legend. He should be able to get any job that he wants. So why hasn't he been given another chance in the NFL? Well, KC, maybe he's too old. Maybe. I mean, the NFL's a young man's game, but there have been older head coaches. Marv Levy was in his 70s when he was coaching the Bills the last few seasons. Hell, Pete Carroll, he's in his mid-70s, and he's coaching the Raiders this season. I'm sure age is a factor for some teams, but you mean to tell me not one team in the NFL is willing to give Bill Belichick a job? That doesn't make sense unless all 32 teams in the NFL are worried about his judgment or questioning his judgment. This seems to be a prevailing concept lately, judgment. Go ask Shannon Sharp. Hey, it's me, Shay. Go ask the grown man who calls himself Shay how bad judgment can impact your life. Calling yourself Shay at 56 years old, that is questionable judgment in itself. You know, most teams, most organizations, they don't care about your personal life until they're forced to care about your personal life. It's one of those things where it's not a problem until it's a problem. If Bill Belichick was dating a woman in her 40s, I don't think anyone would care. It would still be kind of weird, but most people wouldn't be questioning his judgment. A dude in his 70s dating a woman in her 20s and allowing himself to be emasculated, that is the definition of questionable judgment. Bill Belichick has been dating this young woman for the last 2 years. Ironically enough, he hasn't coached in the NFL in the last 2 years. Maybe, just maybe, Bill Belichick isn't coaching in the NFL because teams no longer trust his judgment. Give me your thoughts on this. Bill Belichick emasculated on national television. It is abundantly clear who is wearing the pants in this relationship. Is this relationship the reason that Bill Belichick is not coaching in the NFL? From what I understand, his girlfriend is heavily involved at North Carolina. She's on the field during practice. She's included on team emails. That shit would not be happening in the NFL. Maybe that's why Bill Belichick ain't coaching in the NFL. But you tell me. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.